Okay,
We
what's
should
going
start
on?
off
Hey.
after the intro. We should play our.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike. Yeah. This is where the real freaks hang out, alright? Yeah. Let's hear some rock and roll, baby, yeah! What's up? How's it going, everybody? I hear a lot of noise, but that's okay. We have a couple of really fun guests tonight. We got the UFO Brothers. All right.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going? Yeah, man. We're going to have some fun tonight.
We're excited. Yes.
All right. I don't know what...
The applause is lovely. Thank you all so much for the applause.
You're welcome.
Joe is waving to the crowd.
Right on, yeah. Well, you know what? If we had a live studio audience, they would all be clapping right now. So sometimes I just throw it in there just to make you feel like we got that live studio audience. And, you know...
Yeah, I like the way you're thinking, man. I like that. That's great.
And, you know, sometimes when... you know, Jeff does his silly things, and you know, what do you do, Jeff?
What do I do? All
yeah,
kinds
those
of
silly
stuff,
things that you do.
Well, you know, we've got our chat room too, where people are live.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is live.
Hello to the chat room from the UFO Bros.
Marcus and Wisteria are there first again. Right on. I'm gonna let's give them a shout out, and we'll see who's on our show. We go to hashtag 47talk, and we got God of Thunder there. Yeah, shout out to God of Thunder. I wonder if that's the real what's his name again from Kiss? Gene Simmons. I wonder if he actually listens to our show and that's him.
That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be, eh? You never know. He calls himself Real God of Thunder.
Oh, that would be awesome, man.
And he is pretty mysterious. But no, he says he lives in Canada, but you never know. Gene Simmons could secretly live in Canada. A lot of people do.
No, he lives here, man.
Really live in Canada.
You might have two different addresses. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who do I have to plug this guy's? Okay. Where is this? I have a message from one of our fans, Hilton Ariel Ruiz. It's Ruiz. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Ruiz.
Reese.
Okay. Is that like Spanish or something? What is that?
Yeah. Ruiz. Ruiz. That's how you
Okay,
say it.
good,
You gotta
good.
get the R. Ruiz.
All right, on. Okay. Anyways, he is the creator of Zombie with a Shotgun, and he has which is an independently funded film organization. And so he asked me if I would plug his GoFundMe for his next movie. He said, and he left links. And if you're listening, Hilton, could you post your links for that on our hashtag 47 Twitter feed? I'll try to do it myself if I can here. But yeah, it's just like you just search for GoFundMe and then Zombie with a Shotgun. If anyone wants to help him out and watch his free movies.
It's a freaking great title.
They are pretty good. Yeah, he does a great job. So yeah. And if anyone wants to, you guys have a GoFundMe too, don't you, for going on your adventures, don't you?
Well, yeah, we got something similar. It's a crowdfunding called, I think it's pronounced Patreon. And it's a really cool platform. It allows us to kind of share more exclusive stuff as well. So basically what you become is a pledge, or you agree to pledge, and it's like $1, $3, or $5. And it just kind of helps us on our journey, our basic expenses. And it's whoever created it's a genius, because we've only been doing this for just a little over a month, and we're very excited about our damn $15 a month. So, if anybody,
sandwich.
Yeah, we are able to, pay for our hosting and have a sandwich. So,
yeah, like it'll pay for your Oscar Mayer wieners and your subscription to something.
Yeah, or a nice package of wieners and a giant bottle of wine, something like that would be.
Old Ripple wine would be good.
Wieners and wine.
Wieners.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, wieners and wine. You guys haven't heard that before?
Oh yeah, for sure. Nah, maybe.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. No. Jeff?
Joe's losing it.
Oh my god!
You can come back now. We're on a radio show.
Adam, do you partake of wieners and wine?
No, I have not.
Have you never tried that? Right?
Maybe it's just me.
Dude, it's a Rodney Carrington stand-up comedy routine. And he sings a song about titties and beer. And he says one for the ladies called Wieners and Wine. It's hilarious.
Can we say titties? I don't know. Is your show, all language accepted?
We don't like to, as long as, like say if you have kids, something that you wouldn't mind them hearing, because we do have some kids that listen. I still say shit and stuff like that. And, like even most of the kids nowadays throw the odd F-bomb in, but I don't want to use it every other word or anything, or talk about sex or anything like that. I mean, titties is fine. You know what I mean? As long as you can say it in front of your kids. We have an after-hours show called Dirty Rotten Taro that we usually do like Friday nights.
We're not.
It's rotten.
It's funny. We try to keep our we keep our cussing or cursing to a minimum. Except for Joe, lets it flow. So, if you watch some of our episodes on YouTube, you'll see that they're usually bleeped out or conveniently mooed out by
freak out.
Watch that language.
There we go. You see, we need a sound like that.
I could do a beep.
Shut that.
Have any of you guys seen the most recent episode of our Roswell excursion? Excuse me.
I was watching it yesterday. It's cool.
Do you see my cat? It's hanging out. Thanks, Emmett.
Yeah, everybody's got to watch it. These guys are entertaining. They're fun, and it's a great show. And it's free. Yeah, for sure.
We appreciate that. We're just trying to bring, I guess, kind of good old-fashioned fun to what is a very serious subject, at least in the ufological circles. And we take the I guess you could say the reason and purpose seriously, but we're not afraid to let our dynamic kind of shine in all of our kind of videos, and we hope that people enjoy that and they enjoy the little skits and things we do, and hopefully that brings them into some more interest about a lot of these paranormal occurrences, and specifically, at least for us, anything UFO or flying saucer, alien
We don't give a
related.
shit.
So, yes, you guys still there?
Yeah, actually, one of our very loyal followers in the chat room here, Tiffany, she communicates with extraterrestrials, so I just told her to send some to my backyard.
Could she send some to mine as well?
Yeah, I'll take if they show up here, I'll take pictures and that'd be cool if it really happened, eh? Because everyone thinks Tiffany and I are wackos, and we're a bit nuts.
I don't.
Well, I shouldn't say everybody,
But
but I gotta say, like even if I am a wacko, I'm a hell of a damn entertaining wacko.
That's what I say.
So, what got you guys into this whole thing?
It's interesting you ask. Well, to be honest with you guys, we've been interested in this as young boys probably. Back in the 90s when this whole thing was kind of big. Do you guys remember that, when like the alien autopsy came out, and that was when the 90s was really kind of capitalizing on UFO stories and that sort of thing. Do you guys remember that?
I certainly do.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah. So for us,
We taped it on a VCR.
yeah, we've
have
got
it.
plenty of VCR recordings of those specials that looking back on the research we've done, realized just basically propaganda. And so, here we are, guys, fast forward, we're in our 30s, okay? We're both just so happen to be going through, I guess you could say, a separation from our significant others. We ended up crashing together and living together. And so we said,
I took Marge and I separated myself from her. And I said, that's enough. Oh, I miss Marge.
That was a pretty good impression, man. But as long you do have your own bedrooms, right? Or like, are you really, really close brothers?
No, we actually no.
Kidding,
We
man,
sleep on the couch together. We cuddle.
Oh,
What
nice.
the hell? Excuse me?
I prefer to be the little spoon, as it were.
Brotherly spooning is good. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, guys, for real. No, we're living in a single house, but I think what's cool about it is it kind of put us in a position and prompted us to really explore something that was passionate to the both of us. So that's kind of
We have the time.
That's kind of where we are. We're like, we have the time, we have the ability. You know what? Let's start. We wanted to go down to Area 51 and see what it was all about. So we went to Area 51, and then we went to down to Roswell, and that was a pretty long, intense experience, and it was a lot of fun.
One way is around 22 hours, and you're 3 inches from each other for 22 hours.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing experience to be sitting next to your brother for 22 hours, smelling his farts and listening to him do impressions.
Well, you know what?
And getting a headache.
I like his impressions. I think they're awesome. Guys, from my experience and a lot of my listeners in the chat, like what they're saying is you don't really have to go far to encounter these things. They'll walk right through your bedroom wall while you're sleeping and come in there and stare at you and do stuff to you while you're sleeping. If you,
yeah, we'll go ahead and pass.
My brother's cat humps my leg at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sorry, guys. Well, that actually sounds somewhat uninviting. Maybe one day we hope to get enough experience and enough knowledge so that if something like that were to happen, maybe it wouldn't sound so terrifying, or maybe there's other methods out there we haven't explored, of course.
Have you guys ever, either one of you ever feel like you were abducted?
No.
So Joe says no, but I personally, I have very vivid memories, and I've actually spoken to a few people about this, but, funny enough, I haven't actually ever said this live or in any kind of public space, of course, but I remember being young and always having...
Was the gremlin dream?
Remember, it was the dream I told you where I had like a metal taste in my mouth, and I felt like there was an entity in the room, and I remember it reoccurring. You talked about
some sort of gremlin.
Or a gremlin, something like that as a youngster, and I remember the smell of mold. So there was a few things that kind of made me think maybe I've had an experience, only because, like, literally if you Google alien abduction smell or metal taste in your mouth, I had been surprised to find out that I wasn't the only person who had believed that maybe they'd experienced that. So that's my answer to that question.
Okay, and someone in the chat room from Para Reality Radio is asking, have you guys ever witnessed, where is this question? Have you seen a UFO on any of your excursions, or have you seen one at any time, something that you think may have been a UFO? Extraterrestrial.
I'm going to let Joe answer this one because he's the one that called me outside to see it. And go on, man.
Oh, it's the, all of a sudden I was walking out to my vehicle, and I looked up, I saw this light blinking in the cloud, and it just sat there, and it just blinked and blinked and did not move. Other planes around it were going normal speed, and that thing just stayed there and blinked.
Can I just add in, and it wasn't like a quick blink, it was like a slow blink, like yeah. And that's what drew my attention to it when he called me out.
And then it slowly started moving towards the left, and then it stopped, and then it like sped out of the clouds. And then all of a sudden I was like, that was weird. And when I showed Emmett, he was looking at it and he saw it too. And then all of a sudden it just shot right back to the same exact spot
and went right back to the
blinking thing. Yeah,
the blinking. And it's funny because we've only been at this like a month plus, a few days maybe, and we have yet to have any kind of UFO or kind of phenomenon in the sky up until recently. And we had that event, and while I would say it wasn't an earth-shattering or a major, contact sort of situation, it was very odd, and it was very unlike anything we'd ever seen before. So
it was just a blinking light that you saw in a cloud, or did it come? Repeat that again. I just like to.
It was too far away. It was just.
It was. So there is actually a military base not far from where we're located, and
a different one.
We think it is in that area, but what we saw was a standing blinking light, and for about 10 minutes or so we were trying to decide, is that a helicopter? Okay, that's not a helicopter. Is that a star? No, because stars don't move to the left. And so it was this deep blinking strange object that was about probably about as much info we would have to give on it. So
okay, what color was the light?
Oh man, I would say like a blue white.
Yeah,
like a
bluish color,
bluish white color. Yeah, for sure.
Oh wow, okay, bluish white, and let's see, and the way it was flashing, what made you think it was different than an airplane?
Well, because
it's like a normal plane, how it flashes its flashers, and it wasn't the same. The pattern wasn't the same.
Yeah, it's typically like a quicker blink, or whereas the space between each blink tends to be closer together. This one had more of a slow blink, like a light would slowly become bright and then slowly become dim, slowly become bright, slowly become dim. And that's what initially drew attention to it. We actually thought it was a star because it was in one place and then it started moving to the left.
Maybe that's the short bus of the UFOs. Kind of slow.
Could be. We certainly, are familiar with the short bus. I know Joe is. So that could very well have something to do with.
But you said that there were different colors and stuff like that. Did it go through like a rainbow?
Jeff, you got that crackle in your sound again. I'm not sure if you could turn your gain down slightly or something.
I'm here, Wolfman.
Crackle. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
I said, could you see the like the rainbow when it was blinking, or was it just is that what you said?
Can I just tell you, your voice sounds so much better when there's more than the upper half of the sound spectrum coming through the speakers. So
awesome.
You have a nice resonant voice. I love it. No, there was no rainbow spectrum, nothing like that. Just white and blue.
It zoomed off?
It did not zoom off.
So it disappeared and came back.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Oh, yes. I've got a video of UFO here that's in Phoenix, and it had the like green lights. It was the triangle shaped, just pitch black, and then it had like these like 5 or 6 green lights. There's a video on the Facebook page.
You're talking about the Aurora, the Phoenix Lights incident, or is that something?
Not okay. There's some disinformation regarding that because they shoot off flares occasionally, but this is not. This is completely a different like sighting. This was not a flare. I know what flares are. I used to fly in those aircraft and drop the flares out, so I know exactly what they are. But what I saw was like a sight.
Bye.
You got cut off there, Jeff.
It blacked out, all the stars behind you. What's that?
Just repeat the last thing you said. You got cut off.
I got cut off. Well, I said you could see the like the stars like were kind of blacked out from this flying UFO.
Wow, that would be an amazing sight to see.
Check out the video. It's on the Facebook page.
We will absolutely check out the video. That sounds fantastic.
Will blow your mind.
It's interesting when you get into UFOs. It's like if you decide that you want to go out and look for UFOs, it seems like they always show up at these UFO conferences and stuff. Doesn't it seem like
that's because they can read our minds, and it's just like they said in the chat room. Be careful what you wish for. When I said I want Tiffany to send one in my backyard because,
right.
It really is very. The odds are that I probably will see one tonight after asking for it, because. There is some people that can actually just go and call them out, and they're in the sky all the time, I think, around us. So if you go out there and you call them out, they might just show themselves to you.
I remember seeing a short news clip about a gentleman that was claimed that he could do that, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, and the news followed him out, and sure enough, strange objects started appearing in the sky. And so, I don't think that's totally impossible. I know Joe, on the other hand, kind of has some friction about it. He's not so big on the esoteric, part of being able to call aliens with the brain. So I'm just trying to, get him on the same page. So what do you guys think we could do to help him understand a little bit better here?
I think we need to have him abducted.
No.
I tried to beam one down for a date, but it stood me up.
I think he needs to be probed.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Can you guys make that happen on a day?
Oh, yeah.
This is not time to play for probing.
How about just
a Friday night, a Saturday? I'm sorry, what's that?
I could. How about just an electrocution?
I would love to see Joe electrocuted. So if you can make that happen, that'd be fantastic.
Hang on. Let me see if I can make it happen here. There we go.
Oh, you got him.
That was.
He's dead. He's fried.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's not. We like.
And then there was a pig here. I don't know.
If you guys.
I have a hunchback that comes and cleans up the bodies named Igor sometimes, but I don't know where he went. He's gone. He's left the castle.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
If a UFO landed in your backyard after the show, and they were inviting you to come up the ramp and get on board, would you go?
I think I probably would. Yeah. Now that I'm
just promise us at least that you won't film it with a potato. Maybe, something HD, preferably handy, stable.
I've never tried taking pictures with a potato, but I have actually tried using one.
Take a selfie with one?
I tried using one in the shower. I thought it was soap, but that was not soap. It was a potato.
We've had a hell of a time trying to film with a potato, let me tell you.
What the fuck is a potato?
I don't know what the young kids talk about. When UFO videos on YouTube look like shit and they're blurry, they say, "Whoa, was this thing filmed with a potato?" You haven't heard that statement, Joe?
No.
Jeez, we're on live radio and make you sound like a dumbass.
No,
sorry, guys.
That's funny. No, don't worry about it. Okay. Goddess of Love has posted on #47 something that she captured, I believe.
Ooh.
It's worth taking a look at. I'm playing it right now. Whoa, yeah. She got something that's floating around in the air. That is freaky looking. It's hard to say what that... Oh, wow. It's changing density of light and moving around erratically. That's pretty good footage there. Are you guys watching this? Are you guys seeing this?
How do we... Is there a way that we could watch it?
Yeah,
where should we be?
You just go to Twitter, and then we use TweetDeck. Most of the people I know, we use TweetDeck, and then you get #47, and that's the column we're chatting in, as well as we're chatting in on Spreaker. But we can't post pictures on the Spreaker chat room, so we post them on Twitter for everyone to see.
I think I understand.
Yeah, if you just have a Twitter app, just go to the...
You mean 47 Talk? Is that what you guys are talking about?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 47 Talk.
Yeah, I should have said #47 Talk. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it is Goddess of Love. Is that Tiffany?
Yeah, it is. That's Tiffany.
Oh, okay. That's a good video.
It's still going on. It's like long... that's a long filming of that object. I would like to know though, Tiffany, is the movement, is that from you zooming in and it's hard to hold it steady, the camera, or is that the actual movement of the object? Oh no, this is not Joe from Brainwaves, by the way. Marcus. No. Oh, Lulabelle, just you just go to Twitter, and I don't know. You must have TweetDeck, don't you? Have my #47Talk on a TweetDeck, like beside your DM talk.
I'm not finding it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, I'm not finding the video either. I'm trying desperately to find.
Nor am I.
Really?
Trying to find.
Jeez, I found it right away on Twitter, but I have TweetDeck, so I already have it set up for the columns.
It's on there.
It is there. It's on #47Talk.
You know what I'll do?
If you just search,
I'll put a link to it. There's a link to it in the chat room on Spreaker if you want to.
Oh, is there?
Follow that link. Yeah,
okay,
I just posted it. It will take you to the link on Twitter.
Okay, there. Yeah, it's in the chat room.
There you go.
Thank you, Jeff. How could Lulabelle? How could she be blocked in #47Talk? That's impossible.
She's not blocked. She just came through. I saw her. It might be a problem with Twitter.
It must be
Maybe Twitter got hacked again.
She's got an internet problem there, I think, on her end. That's happened to her before, where she couldn't get in, and then all of a sudden she gets in. It's probably just your internet connection there. I don't know, provider. Yeah, it does kind of look like it's moon shaped. That object, it almost looks like it's like a crescent moon shaped object, like, or what would you call that shape? Hey boys, what would you call that shape? What are you guys doing, man? Are you drinking beer on my show?
No, man, I'm trying to find this damn video. I
can't find it either.
Figure out what this video.
All I can find is you guys.
I feel like I'm missing out. Like it's missing out on whatever you guys are talking about. You're talking about moon shapes and
don't worry, guys. Maybe we'll send it to you in your email later after the show. Let's.
How about I send a link through the Skype?
Oh yeah, send a link through the Skype there, and then
there's a link in the Skype.
There, click on that.
Easy.
Just click on that.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Holy
Thank
Mother
God we
Jesus.
have a binary warlock with us.
All right, digital shaman.
We're watching
at your service.
It is a cool video. Thanks, Tiff. Though it is really cool, but I was just wondering, and I know that was hard for her to post that too.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good 2 minutes. I mean, that's a good video. Not like 3 seconds. You know, got a full 2 minutes there. You can obviously see what's going on. Great video.
This is a fantastic video.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's funny. Lulabelle is not seeing her post in there, but she does see the GoFundMe post that I put up. That's strange. I don't know.
Yeah, I see that one, but I don't see the. Maybe it's just a propagation thing or something.
I would just try what do you call that? Refresh your page. Refresh your page.
Yeah, Twitter has gremlins. You need to just refresh
Sometimes
it.
it takes a long time for things to come through on Twitter. I find that's why I use TweetDeck. It's quicker. Stuff pops up a lot quicker on TweetDeck.
Yeah.
We're gonna check.
Yeah, just go to tweetdeck.twitter.com. Bingo, bada bing. There it is.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Kurt Green and hashtag 47TalkChad. He's asking how everybody's doing tonight. He was on with me last night on the late night show, and I had sound problem. I had some kind of interference halfway through the second show, so we don't know what that was, but it's too bad. It kind of ruined the rest of the second show and the next. And I actually stayed on all night playing songs. It was cool, but the sound is shit. So
man, we were there for almost 9 hours.
Yeah,
it sounded good live. It sounded good on our phones.
Really?
It did.
That's bizarre because like my recording has everyone was liking it, listening live, but oh well.
It was perfect live.
That's strange because I just downloaded.
Can I ask you boys a question?
Sure.
I have been trying to find. I hope you don't mind if I'm changing the subject, but I'm curious to know if you guys have the smoking gun of UFO video or know of a video that we should check out, really look into, because I think a big complaint I have is, searching for more of this information, you just find clickbait shit all over YouTube. And I'm looking for those good 90s videos. You know what I'm talking about? Where you really know that there's some kind of disc operating outside our understanding of physics. Where did those videos go? Are you guys able to? That's what I want to know.
Man, I had when I was a kid, if I would have kept all the weird books I used to get, like I had pictures, old ones. Yeah, that's hard to find that stuff now. You're right.
It is. It's thumbnails of giant squid people, and then you go in the video, and it's a documentary from 2003. So I'm just trying to find.
Are you talking about Arrival?
No, well, that's a whole separate issue.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, have you guys seen Arrival?
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Have you guys? I got one. Have you seen the military footage from Puerto Rico with that black morphing blob that they're chasing and tracking?
What? No.
No, we have not seen this.
Oh, that to me is quite the smoking gun. What can we search for?
Yeah, do tell.
I think at Puerto Rico, it's a fairly recent sighting. But yeah,
The video
Puerto
I
Rico,
have,
Puerto Rico, it's
the triangular UFO over Phoenix. It's got, multiple lights that are, in a triangular shaped. You got to see this. I posted a link on Spreaker and the Skype.
My stepdad's brother has a weird video. It's not really a
Get
UFO.
Get it?
It's when he was in Medjugorje. There's about 15 people outside, and they saw the miracle of the sun. And he's got on a video, and you should hear the crowd just whoa. And it gets all dark and flashy, and you can see the light change. And I knew him. He passed away, but yeah, he was really excited about it when he got back, and we saw the video.
Okay, I found it. U.S. government plane records UFO at Aguadilla, Puerto Rico airport. That's what you search for on YouTube, and you'll find it. It is freaky, man. So yeah, it's U.S. government plane records UFO. But I just searched Puerto Rico NSA UFO because it was actually an NSA. I think surveillance.
Really?
And yeah, it was somebody in the NSA leaked this video out because it was so freaky.
Oh, it's this right here, Joe. Look. You show me? If you watch. See, we're taking a quick look.
We did.
You see that? Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that. Yes, and thank you for the scene sound effects.
That was great, man.
You gotta be
yeah, especially great 24/7 when you're editing. Okay, look at that. That's fucking weird, man. Freaking gosh darn weird for the children at home.
When that happens.
That's quite something.
You are gay.
You did have a. You got me. Son of a bitch. That was really good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that is a really peculiar piece of footage for sure.
Oh yeah, you see it dipping into the water and then back out again.
Let me see.
You look closely. It actually dips in and out of the water, and it does not slow down its speed when it goes underwater. That's the freakiest part, I think. Like it's like interdimensional. It seems to just go right through water just as quickly and easily as air.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking crazy.
And it actually changes shape as it's moving. This thing is freaky. And I think it's real because, like, that is actual government footage. So to me, this one's, I don't know, lately of anything I've seen, that would be the biggest smoking gun I've seen. And what the
this is a pretty good video.
What the hell is that?
Now, let me ask you guys this. Have you seen the Dr. Stephen Greer Twin Ships video?
No, I have not.
I don't believe so, no.
It's actually pretty remarkable. In the sense that, Dr. Stephen Greer is a fountain of knowledge. And listening to him can be very interesting, but he does excursions where he takes people out and really does certain protocols in order to attempt contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. And he has some videos, and I was just kind of like going through them today. And there's a video specifically that says twin ships, and it's these two bright amber, looks like balls of light in the sky that just float there for a few minutes. And I just wonder if you guys had seen that and what your thoughts were on, being able to establish contact in that way. Are any of you guys kind of involved in any contact protocols or anything like that? Like, shut up, cars! Sorry about that. Joe has a little bit of...
Does he chase them too? Does he chase cars sometimes?
It's like living with a retard, and I mean that in a musical sort of sense, not in a political sort of sense.
I just don't give a shit. I don't care what people think. I just do what I want to do.
You guys sound fun. It's
free fun.
Yeah, I thought you guys would fit into this show pretty good. We're a bunch of jokers too, man, and this is like...
It might be Asperger's. I'm not entirely certain.
What?
Well, I've been referred to as like the Three Stooges show of the paranormal.
Oh, man. Then you got the perfect guy as a guest, because Joe's a huge freaking Three Stooges fan. And if you guys fit into that dynamic, then...
What did our nephew call us?
Oh, yeah, man babies. Our nephew calls us man babies because we got the cheeks here. These damn cheeks, they won't go away. They go, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, the question you asked, yeah, I've had an experience where I believe I was abducted. I've had a thing. I used to grow tobacco, and while I was irrigating late at night, it's way out in the boonies near Lake Erie in southern Ontario. My brother was with me too, and we both saw this craft. And I'm saying craft because it was definitely a craft of some sort. It was, it looked like a burning ball of fire, but it was moving intelligently and doing a search. Basically, you could tell it was searching. And it would stop somewhere and send this beam down. It was like a blue... It looked like a tractor beam from Star Trek, man. It zapped, though. It just went boom like lightning. And it was like a triangle shape coming down from the ship, or maybe conical. But it looked kind of like tie-dye, like white and blue, like... misty white and blue inside of there when it shot down. It was really, really weird looking, but it scared the crap out of us, like seeing this.
Wow.
And it was coming closer to us. That's what really scared us. And my brother said, I'm out of here, man. I said, you can't leave me here alone like this shit. I can't turn this tractor off. I can't do nothing. I have to stay out here. And, you're on your own, brother. If you stay out here, you're an idiot. And he left on his bike.
Stay, man, I'm out of here. So I'm going to ask you, Wolfman Mike, when you experience something like that, because I have yet to have a paranormal experience that close. What level is the fear? Is it paralyzing fear? Is it flight or you fight fear? Is it I'm shitting myself fear? Give me some...
there is nothing that I could compare it to. It's utter sheer terror, like nothing else that you've ever experienced. It's like your whole world is a lie, and now the answer of the actual truth is from hell, and it's coming right at you. And it's just scary as hell, man. But I had seen things like this before, so I was actually more prepared for it than my brother, because I had seen UFOs ever since I was a kid, off and on, but not that close and up personal like that. Because after he left, the thing came right at me, and it was basically hunting me down, and I was running, and I ran into this ditch, and I covered myself with branches and leaves and shit in the ditch, thinking that it's not going to see my heat signature. I don't know why I was thinking that. Yeah, man. And then I had a 2-hour time loss.
Wow. Have you had any kind of like cognitive, like, recall?
Progressive therapy?
No, I've never been regressed on that. I was going to do that, but, like I'm up in Canada here. I don't know if any groups, I don't know if that free group is even up here. I haven't looked into it yet, but I might do that. I was considering it. Some people told me that it's, like, I've had two opinions on that, and you can be brainwashed while you're under too, and they can use you as a puppet, basically. If you have to really trust the person that's doing that, regressing you.
I could see that. Yeah, that's pretty like deep, personal. You're really letting that person in.
Yeah, they can fuck up your brain forever, man.
Yeah.
Like they could program you, and then every time somebody says walrus, then you start slapping yourself in the forehead with your wiener.
If anybody out there could show me how to train that into Joe, I would happily. That would be the
waka.
I guarantee you that would get us free burritos at Taco Bell. If
I will send over the package of Oscar Myers, and then we'll show you how. I'll show you how to do the regression.
Please, the wine, and don't forget the wine.
Happy hour. Yeah.
That's a trick, dickhead.
I did. Do you recall any scents or smells from your abduction experience, Wolfman Mike?
No, not. I never thought of that. So maybe I might have if I was thinking that when I woke up in the ditch, just smelled my hands or whatever. But I never thought of to try doing that. And I didn't notice anything. I didn't look myself over for marks. I was really confused. I was just really confused, and it freaked right out. And I ran back to the house, and I started hysterically telling my wife what happened, and then I went straight over to my brother's house. I jumped in my pickup and went shot right over there, and it was probably only 6:30 in the morning. And I banging on his door hysterically, right? Freaked him right out. He's like, "What the fuck do you want, man? Waking me up at this time? Holy shit!" And I said, "Dude, do you remember what happened last night?" And he did not remember any of it until I explained to him what happened. Then he remembered it. So that makes me think he was abducted too.
So no alien parts?
I think he got abducted on his way home on his bike. I think one because the thing split. Little ones came off of it. I didn't mention this. Sometimes I forget to mention that part of the story. Before Lawrence took off on me, two little fireballs came off of the big fireball. And they went in varying directions, and I lost track of them. We couldn't watch all three objects at the same time, so I don't know. I just kind of kept an eye on the biggest one, and the two little ones, I don't know where they went. But they went down. They went down towards the earth, and I had a feeling they were like probes that were left there, and that may still be around the area.
Wow. Yeah, man, I have not had anything like that. No experience like that. Wow.
Tell him the fireball too.
Well, that was the fireball that.
No, the one with the staff.
Oh, that thing. Okay, yeah. Then I'm not sure if this is related to that. I don't think it's related. This is a different encounter. It has nothing to do with UFOs. I don't think so. But I did have a bunch of fireflies. I was following these fireflies around this old cemetery, and I didn't think they were real fireflies.
I've never seen a firefly.
Well, especially like a whole pack of them, and they're
We don't get them here in
hanging
California.
out, and they were hanging out in a group and traveling together, and I thought, that's really weird. I'm going to follow them. And I followed these fireflies and they went into the corner of these woods and just kind of hung out in there, and they were just blinking all around this bush. And so I went up to it, and I had a walking staff that I carry around because of coyotes and stuff in the area. And it was middle of the night, so it's pretty scary out there too, right by this old cemetery. And I banged the staff on the ground. I said, "Reveal yourself, nature spirit," because I could feel there was something in there. And this one firefly thing comes up straight in front of me, and then it kind of blew up into a red ball about the size of a basketball, or about that size. It was like hovering about 2-3 feet in front of me, and it looked like a red fiery little ball. So I don't know if that was one of the probes that the thing sent down years before. This was about 5 years after the sighting and incident I had.
Wow. And how many of, if you don't mind me asking, how many of everybody on the show currently, are there any other abductees or people that have experienced any kind of, I guess I would say, supernatural sort of experience, but I guess relating
Jeff,
specifically to alien abduction, etc.
Jeff has had an encounter, I think.
I haven't with anything that I knew of being alien. I've had numerous other encounters, but nothing alien to my knowledge.
What kind of encounters?
Well, started when I was about 5 years old. I've heard, like shadow beings. I've heard them like walking on the carpet, like you could hear their like feet come down and hear the footsteps. That right there, when you see something and hear it at the same time, you know that your eyes aren't playing tricks on you.
Wow.
That's something like I'll never forget. I'll never forget that. And I was like 9 when that happened. And I've seen like things with other people that have witnessed the same thing. So again, when you have more than one person see the same exact thing that is paranormal, it then becomes, not just a figment of your imagination, but something that can be verified by someone else as having happened.
Right.
Not a hallucination, but a real experience, multiple witnesses at the same time. And I've seen like some orange like glowing, I guess, balls in the sky. And then I've got that UFO over Phoenix, the triangular one. God, there's more.
What about Adam?
I've seen a number of UFOs in my past, and they've been pretty much the same type of UFO as well. They were had kind of a yellow kind of a golden yellow kind of metallic look to them. They were kind of spherical.
How far away?
They were. They had to have been about anywhere from 500 to 1,000 feet in the air. And considering they were at that height and as large as they were, they must have been.
What'd they do, Adam? Did they just stay there or fly off, or do you think you might have been abducted too, or anything?
They generally what they do is they stay in the air for a few minutes. Then they move to either the left or to the right. Sometimes they do zigzag patterns, and one time it actually went right overhead. Actually,
are these balls of light you were talking about?
He said they're craft. They're metallic yellow.
Wow.
Yeah, with a kind of a golden yellow, energetic kind of a flux around it.
Okay.
And the one time that one actually went right over my head. It was during a camping trip. I can remember, in addition to the golden yellow flex around it, there was about 16 blue kind of rectangular lights going around the inner surface.
Wow.
Have you ever drawn a picture of it?
No, but I have a photographic memory of it.
Wow, that's amazing.
So a lot of
I know Joe had some, balls of light experience. Haven't you, Joe?
No.
I remember the last time you told me you had some balls of light experience, but that you had seen the balls of light on your chin. Is that what it? Or was it further away from your face?
Oh,
I'm just trying to really kind of narrow it down to what it was you had seen.
The balls around your chin.
Okay, guys, we got
Baltinians.
we have a break coming up here, and we have a caller, and I got a lot of stories from in the chat room. People want to share their stories of their UFO encounters coming up next. But we are going to take a short break here if I can find a really cool, spacey kind of UFO sort of song.
Hello, Wolfman.
How you doing? Yeah, I was actually going to just tell these guys about some of your stuff that you found in the Bible.
Ezekiel?
Yeah. Because this is cool stuff, too, that really applies that you guys may have not heard anything about this.
4,000 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the book of Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it, but I'm excited to learn more, so that sounds exciting.
Wheels in the sky.
Yeah, this song is, I don't know what this is. It says, oh, okay, that's not a song. I'm sorry. Okay, Wolfman Jack. Let's do, I'm not finding a spacey looking song here. I'm gonna take the time and actually, I'm gonna take the time and search one. I know just what I want to hear.
Captain of Her Heart by, I just was playing that. 1985.
No, I'm gonna do what are they called? Golden Earring, Twilight Zone. Everybody likes that one. That's a good tune.
Be good.
Yeah.
Danger Zone.
Twilight Zone. Here we go. All right. Some rock and roll from the Wolfman on Monster Castle Paranormal. We will be right back. Go and get some popcorn, chips, doobies, coffee, beer.
Doobies.
Name your poison. Name your poison.
Taco Bell.
Wine.
Hard to know.
2 a.m. The fear is gone. The gun's still warm.
Destination unknown, double cross messenger, all alone. Can't get no connection, can't get through. Where are you? Well, the night weighs heavy on his guilty mind. This far from the borderline. When the hitman comes, he knows damn well he has been cheated.
Joey, get down the good news with it.
Right on. Dig that. Groovy. That was fantastic. Looking in my backyard right now to see if they're here yet. Very, very cloudy out here right now, so I'd be surprised if I see anything tonight out here. It's really frosty night and kind of like a frosty kind of a fog in the air. Like frozen fog. Okay, here's Wisteria's experience. Let me just adjust my mic so I can read this better. The one I saw was at 2 p.m. in my garden, picking vegetables. It was very close. I mean, close, like 100 feet over her head. It was an aluminum light. The sun was reflecting off of it like a bright light. It had no wings. It made no sound. It hovered above me for a few minutes. It stopped and hovered above her for a few minutes. And then it took off into the sky and disappeared. Wow. The thing was as big as a football field, and it was cigar-shaped. Lights around it were white and gold-like. That's quite exciting, man.
Wow.
And that happened in the middle of the day. It was in the afternoon. Bright and I got lost in looking at it. I'm not sure what. Okay, that's all she's got. But she will answer questions from the chat room if you want. She doesn't call in, but she'll always chat with us if you want to ask her anything about that.
Where would be the chat room on Skype?
That's in the Spreaker chat room, but I can type for it, or you can. She's also watching #47Talk on Twitter. So we're in both. We usually post our pictures up on the Twitter one, but some people chat from there. I'm ignoring that one actually. I haven't checked it for a little while. I should probably. Because we really like to interact with our listeners.
Sure.
It's a lot of fun for everybody that way. I can see you're there. You're Kurt. You're in the chat room there at #47Talk.
Yeah, it was my
Right
old
on.
Ford. I restore old vehicles, not to take off the subject, but
Oh, really?
That was my old-
Nice.
that was my old truck. It used to be an old green, not beat up. I got it from the original owner.
Whereabouts are you? Are you in Phoenix too, or?
Taliesin. Well, Taliesin, we're a suburb of Phoenix,
Oh yeah.
a farming town. Well, the west of Phoenix used to be a farming town.
One of our co-hosts is not on with us tonight, Marcus, but he builds electronic stuff, like electronic vehicles. He built his own electronic bike and that. I'd love to see like an old car, like one of the ones you restore, but made into an electric vehicle.
Yes, of course. That's the future. We should have had free energy years ago, sucking all out of the ground and polluting the skies.
Yeah, here's my idea. It's for a pickup truck that you'd never need gas for.
Never need.
Yeah, you just have a fold-up windmill in the back of the truck, and you might actually have to put leg pedestals down to stabilize it when you park
You would
it.
think.
And whenever
In the
you park it somewhere windy, put the legs down and crank the windmill up.
Or why not this? As you're driving, when you put a twirly bird, those little old-fashioned things out the window, and they twirl. Why would not you put or even the fan in front of the?
No, because the fan actually is slowing down your vehicle, so a fan would never be able to generate electricity while the vehicle's going, because it takes just as much energy to push the vehicle as the fan is absorbing. You understand what I'm saying? So it has.
I understand. But I'm
the only
just
way
saying,
that a windmill would charge your vehicle is when you park it. But you can have solar panels that are working while you're driving.
Solar paint.
But usually solar is not enough energy to have a vehicle, and you gotta have good batteries too for these. They got new wicked
Hey, you guys.
batteries. Yeah, we're getting.
I have
way
a
off
question.
topic. Yeah.
When did Optimus Prime join in?
When did what?
You
Optimus
sound
Prime.
just like Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah. Optimus Prime is on the show, guys. You got any questions for him?
I don't know who that is.
It's uncanny.
Kurt, you sound like Optimus Prime, Kurt.
I have no idea who Optimus
Kurt, that's
Prime
your name,
is.
yes.
I'm over my head.
Transformers?
Sorry, but whatever.
Oh, it's a good movie. They're not making fun of you, sir. They're actually it's a compliment.
Well, thank you.
No,
I'll have to.
They're
I'll have to
basically they're
look that
saying
up
you
in
got a cool
Google.
voice.
yep.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of voice.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that. I'll have to look that up now and see what I sound like. My
But
Lord.
Kurt is our expert on the connections to UFOs in the Bible.
Yes. Not
So-
expert,
Oh, wow.
just
Ooh, yes, we want to hear about that. Well,
Please.
tell us.
basic
Yeah, if you got any
knowledge
questions for
of-
him, yeah.
In all the Bible, old scripture in your grandma, great grandma's Bible, Ezekiel chapter 1. Read it, and you can even do the I like to hear audio. You can go Google and audio Ezekiel chapter 1, so you don't have to read if you don't like to read, and they'll have a cool voice person read that to you about way back. I mean, before the car, before the even carriage, 4,000 years ago. I think the wheel was made by then, but still, Ezekiel, a man of the Lord, had visions and dreams, and all of a sudden, wheels in the sky appeared. Wheels in the sky. It's all there, written, old, ancient scripture, written from him. I saw wheels in the sky, all kind of colors, and they spin round, and those creatures in.
Yes,
those,
wheels within wheels.
I'm sorry, yeah, wheels within wheels. So there were more than one. So they all came down, and then the explanation of the.
Do you think
the
that was like?
creatures-
Do you think they meant little tiny craft that can come off the bigger craft?
Oh no!
With
It was just
wheels
a
within
huge-
wheels?
just- Nah, when I read it, it just grand. Just
What I mean is when I've seen before, I've seen UFOs drop little other things off that fly away in different directions.
That
So
would be like
I've
a
several
Hollywood
times
movie.
seen this.
That would be like a Star Wars or Hollywood movie making things up. It was just wheels in the sky, wheels within wheels, all giant, and the creatures were crazier than any Hollywood creature has ever been portrayed. The bug-eyed, or snakes, or even like Alien, that mean black creature. The creatures in Ezekiel, old scripture, thousands of years ago, written by a man, and seeing things flying with lights flickering. When they didn't even have lights back then. You had a candle or a whatever. Anyway, so the creature's crazier than even Hollywood. Wheels in the sky, and they end up being what? Hollywood portrays the aliens and the UFOs as people going to come down and eat you. Mars attacks Earth. Remember that cool movie in '96? Or, alien, all evil and demon and bad, and going to come down and get you and take you up in and probe you and whatever else. But in Ezekiel, the wheels in the sky with all the lights and all the crazy creatures were angels of the Lord, of our Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Some of our Muslim brothers call him Allah. Muslims believe that Jesus died and rose from the dead and was born of a virgin. Man made us different. Man separated us and caused chaos. But just to let you know, if you didn't know, Muslims believe Jesus was born of a virgin too. Just to let you know that. But yeah, you've got to think about that. 4,000 years ago. 4,000. Imagine that. We've been a country for 200 years plus, and 4,000 years ago, marking, somebody had to write down, I saw wheels in the sky, I saw lights, and they were spinning, and these crazy looking creatures came out, but they were of my Lord. They were messengers, and you read what they tell Ezekiel in that. Read it, listen to it, audio. It's awesome. It's all true. And I know that so many people laugh when you bring up aliens, and Hollywood make it a big joke, and they're all demons, and even Independence Day had to bring a big giant thing down to scare all the people, and they blow up the White House. Yeah, that's not what the true wheels in the sky are. It's their documented common sense. Think about
Okay, I got a question for the UFO brothers. And what did you guys find when you explored Roswell? These guys drove down to Roswell and did some exploration on their own, right? Am I right?
Yep, you're absolutely right. We took a long 5-day journey there and back, where we literally slept in the back of our dedicated Ford Explorer and Expedition, whatever. I don't know cars, you do. And we made our way down there. And what I can tell you is Roswell, for one, is full of super awesome people who are really helpful. And we had a really good time at the UFO Museum, actually. You'll see that on our YouTube video. There's a good brief intro that Joe gives us, kind of a little guide through there. If you guys haven't heard of the UFO Museum, it's a pretty cool place. And then from there, we actually headed out to one of the main crash sites. And what we found there was really interesting, and we were really surprised because from the sources we spoke with, we weren't expecting to see what we saw out there.
Oh, wow.
What did you see?
Yeah.
We saw a monument, and actually you'll see kind of in part 3 of our mission to Roswell. It's a very curious plaque and a pillar of stone, I guess, that the Sci-Fi Channel had come out there and placed.
Piece of granite.
And there's some fantastic writing on it that you'll be able to see exactly what's written on it in the next episode. And it is literally out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I mean, it is beyond needle in a haystack find, and we were able to find it. So
it took us a little under 6 hours to find it, but we found it.
We found it, and we actually spent the night out there in one of the actual crash locations of the downed UFOs back in the downed UFO back in the 1947 kind of Roswell history or mythology, as you like to call it. So
cool. And so did you search through the desert looking for little artifacts that may have dropped off the ship, and did you find anything?
Well, we'll have to wait until episode 3, but
well, the big reveal, you don't want to tell me?
We did search. Let me just tell you this, we have a lot more fun than we do any kind of scientific discovery, but I think what we find interesting is the actual crash site, which we'll show you. We did do a little bit of digging and then realized pretty very quickly that we were very ill-equipped for that sort of job. So, we put that on our list for the next time that we take a trek out there and we decide to go do the field investigation. We'll probably stop at the other 2 crash sites, and we'll actually bring probably something that we can actually do a better investigation of what's actually in the soil.
You gotta bring a sifter, just like you're looking for gold, like some kind of a pan.
They've already done that. They've already done that, Wolfman. They did it like 3 years ago.
I know, but everyone who does it still keeps finding shit.
They absolutely do. Everything. As a matter of fact, apparently there was an archaeological crew there at the time we were there and had found something in the soil. So they continue to find multiple pieces of sort of metals with unique isotopic signatures in the soil there. So it's an ongoing thing.
Not very far from the top either. You don't have to really dig. It's pretty much sticking out.
Yeah, it's not much of a dig. And so we're hoping the next time that we go that we do maybe a couple nights and actually spend some time really looking around better and more equipped this next time. So
how did it feel to be there?
Let me tell you, when we got there and we actually pulled up to the site, it is like being out in the open with the most beautiful sky. You can completely see the Milky Way. There is not a source of light pollution around.
No.
It is absolutely mind-blowing. And there's also something to be said when you've done the research, you've talked to the people, you've done the interviews, you've trekked out there, you've blown your tire, you've replaced it, and you're finally there in that moment. There's something really to be said about how beautiful stars are, especially away from all the light pollution. And we were able to take that in for a night for once and just be in the place where a potential crack from another potential solar system, another extraterrestrial sort of, biological entity, as they call it. So, might have crashed there in the 40s in 1947. We might very well be camping on the spot that something was retrieved. So it was quite exciting.
Is there still a ranch there? Is the ranch house still there?
We went a different way. We
There-
went the back way. We went.
There's two ways of getting there.
There's several ways of getting there, and I'm just going to tell you guys, if you haven't been, I'm sure some of you have, but if any of your listeners need to know, don't listen to what the locals tell you, because they purposefully send you in the wrong direction. Because they don't want people out there, because it causes problems for the cows. Okay? So,
Turn the milk. It'll turn the milk.
it's true. It's very true. So,
My ass.
so I'm
they
sorry.
sent
What
you
was
on a goose. They sent you on a goose chase.
We were on the goose chase of a lifetime. I think it was a 3 to 4 hour back road excursion through these county roads that had absolutely no markers, no cell range, no anything. You are out there with the cows and the snakes and the very loud grasshoppers. I don't know what's going on with the loud grasshoppers, but there's a lot of those there as well. And so it is quite an adventure. That's for sure. You have to be prepared.
But
Any cow tipping?
Did you do some cow tipping?
We didn't do any cow tipping. Joe did some cow milking.
Wait a minute.
And some cow probing. I think that's what he calls it. Is that what you call it? He has a probe technique of his own. But generally, cows don't tend to be in the way.
You're a son of a bitch.
But I will say this.
Oh,
I will say
get
this.
it.
You guys,
Oh,
every
man,
damn
that was
adventure we go on, there's
dirty.
something with a cow in the way or something always. So,
That's why.
and
No
an
mutilated
ex-wife.
cows. No
Okay.
mutilated cows, though.
I
No,
don't.
no mutilated.
I don't entirely believe in cows, but as of our latest excursion, I have to say that they are indeed real.
And if you head down there, be careful. You don't go too fast, because you could hit a cow on the road and explode.
Have you guys heard of those stories?
I don't believe in cows.
You know what? I don't entirely believe in them either.
They're there, I believe it. Man, we raise cattle.
Mythical creatures.
I'm kidding, Kurt.
You know what's crazy? If
Shut up, car.
and I'll tell you specifically in Area 51.
Was that a
driving out in
UFO?
the middle of nowhere.
That was.
It sounded like a UFO
right
just
by.
flew right over you guys, man.
Flew right over. There was a Ezekiel chapter 1 right over you. You missed it.
Wheels within wheels, and where they went, they went. Yes.
What? There it comes.
We are on a hill in an excluded area of our location, and unfortunately, because of how the house is shaped, we tend to get a lot of the background noise, if you know what I'm saying. So,
So,
Oh, yeah.
are you able to camp there? No problem. It's legal.
well, you are generally
I don't know.
dissuaded.
We don't know whose land it is. We have no clue. We just found
Probably
a.
would've let
They
you.
tell
found
you.
the gate, went in, and
Yeah, we literally found the gate by referencing multiple pictures and sources, and we went miles looking at, is that the gate? Is that the gate? Is that the gate? And we were running out of time because it was getting darker and darker, and then we finally found it. And it's kind of one of those things that when you found it, you know you found it. And just to make things a little more interesting for future explorers, we went ahead and kind of left a mark on the post there so that people would know they were at the right gate. I don't know how legal that is, but that's what we did.
Yeah, but don't you think that that'll just dry off? And you're not supposed to pee on public things either. You're lucky you didn't get caught.
Can you provide the coordinates for that?
Actually, we mark our territory all around the castle, around the edges, keep the ghosts out. So
Did you bring holy salt to the location?
Hey, you guys, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the extraterrestrial presence and releasing and bringing as much understanding about technology that could change our planet. As far as I'm concerned, there's no rules. So if we need to go out on private property and look around and get some footage and prove in fact that there is indeed a plaque there and that there is indeed a memorial of sorts to the 47 crash that happened in Roswell, we'll do that.
He said down. 47. Do you guys hear, you hear that?
Yeah.
I got a thing with 47. Every time I look what time it is, it's always something 47, and numbers that are given to me always have a 47 in it. And I really don't know. A psychic told us on the one show. She said, "What was that? It has to do with DNA, awakening your points in your DNA or something like that."
How interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is, but there is something about the number 47. I heard that it's also the most commonly occurring randomly generated number. So if you rolled a dice that went to 1 to 100 over and over, that 47 comes up more often than any other number for some strange reason.
Wow, how very specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you guys think of the CIA being started then, and what do you think of the CIA news today with Trump and all? You guys have an opinion?
I haven't actually researched anything that happened on the news today. Does that make me a bad person? Give me a little bit of background on that. I'll be able to give you some kind of feedback.
Well, I think they're just worried. Jeff, do you know?
Is this about the U.S. intelligence community in Russia?
Russia was helping Trump, and Russia gave WikiLeaks all those emails right there at the last week. Remember when all those emails came out? They Russia
still are.
Released them to WikiLeaks, and so that was the nail in the coffin for Ms. Clinton. That they purposely released hacked email.
Yes.
Just email like if you were to. I have 30,000 emails, I'm sure, but just for you running for president, that Russian computer specialists can hack and do that. And hey, WikiLeaks, look what we got, and did that. And to the Democratic convention, all of the inside emails just released it to, and they released them, and that just was terrible. Terrible.
Well, it's terrible for Hillary.
Huge blow. Huge
what
blow
about
for
the
the internal.
1.7
What about
million.
What about UFOs?
1.7 million popular vote, the most ever of all popular votes. 1.7 and still climbing. They're not done counting yet. It's a shame. She should have won, but obviously not should have won.
Yeah, I heard she took a bit of a hissy fit.
CIA is there because of the UFO cover-up. That's their job. It's one of their main jobs.
It's funny you say that. Have you guys seen the CIA? I'm sure you've seen the released quote-unquote X-Files of the CIA.
Oh yeah, the recently, I think, what was it, 20 pages or something like that?
It's quite a bit more than that.
I don't know.
Tell us.
Well, I think what we can consider somewhat of a soft disclosure, that they've put out declassified documents that, intel and document investigation into Roswell, the happenings, the documents we were able to pull right off the website. It's they're available and they're in PDF for anybody to view. And these documents go as far as to talking about the fact that in Roswell there wasn't one disc but three, and that the three discs were brought down by radio sort of weaponry that I guess had these flying saucers crash. So
from us or from another alien species?
From another alien. These would be craft from another solar system, another place.
No. Who knocked them out of the sky? Another alien species?
No.
We did.
This document entails that we did through some kind of high electrical radio something sort of system.
HARP.
I don't know exactly.
Basically,
what
it's HARP, and HARP can be used as a weapon. Ultra
Was
low.
HARP around in 47?
They used ultra low frequencies to actually vibrate the shit out of it so that it just basically falls apart.
So the minute they materialize or pop into our atmosphere, they're able to detect them and use this technology, unbeknownst to, I guess, the entity, that it can disable their electro gravitical sort of propulsion systems or something like that.
What you're talking about is actually Nikola Tesla's death ray. They did finish the invention, and that is HARP, and what it does is it basically is you can send a mini earthquake right to a direct exact point and shake the fuck out of something, so it just basically it'll fall apart and vibrate to pieces or just not function with so much stress on it, whatever. And if it would definitely cause, I think, one of those flying saucers using the what I think is a Mercury gyroscope sort of engine that would cause it to.
Do you guys think that the aliens lived?
I'm sorry, I did not catch the last part of that. You cut out.
Do you think that the aliens survived? The one.
From what I would understand from the document, that one disc was completely obliterated into teeny tiny little pieces, and that there were some bodies, some of which I believe were alive, that were recovered from this so-called document was found. And I guess that seems to be, pretty much in line with most witness, corroborations of the story. And I just think it's new and interesting sort of released information. It's kind of like they just snuck it out there and put it out there, and no big huge news was made of it until some people started noticing it and tweeting about it.
Can I say what I believe after you're done?
Go ahead, Kurt.
I don't believe a thing of it. I know that everything that I know about it, I learned about it. It would be Jerry Springer, and then Jerry Springer show, and then the story of Roswell. I mean, just fake stuff on the TV, and then knowing that they made all those movies about all the fake stuff, and knowing what I know about the Bible. I don't believe a thing about it. And I've been through Roswell and all the bug-eyed motels and just hoopla galore, and it's fun to think about that. But that was about the time when that AM radio announcement, Mars is attacking Earth, and so many people believed it, and it was all fake. And we're sorry, we were only kidding. But all that came out, and then Roswell soon after or soon before, and it's all. Everything you hear about Roswell is from TV and Hollywood, and all their movies are all fake. And, Mars attacks Earth, and Independence Day, a big old giant ship going to blow up the White House, when it was originally angels of the Lord at wheels in the sky. Period. No discussion. I don't care.
I think that's a totally, we would agree. That's an interesting take. I mean, I think that the concept, the very concept of Roswell and potentially, what multiple witnesses say happened can seem to easily be spun into, kind of fun pop culture or, blockbuster movie sorts of things, like you're saying, Mars Attacks, and kind of spin it in that way. And I think in a way that could potentially be part of soft disclosure to the public. As silly as it is, or whatever the motivation behind it is, whether good or bad, letting us know that we are not alone, and there is indeed life on other planets. And I'll tell you, just basically from the research we've done and the people we've spoken with, including the grandchildren of Jesse Marcel, who himself handled the crash debris. I would say that I would agree with you in a sense that Roswell has probably been blown up into a very strange kind of pop culture view or take on it. But when you boil things down to it, something did crash. Witnesses handled a material that was undescribable and uncharacteristically out of this world in terms of
the material.
In terms of how the material, works and bends or doesn't bend and burn, and there's been multiple accounts on that, and it's very fascinating. And I think that you could probably at least agree that something went down there, and people saw something, and that's what brings the mystery about it and makes it so exciting. Is what really goes down.
And also because from when we stayed at the crash site, when we woke up, it was completely like disc-shaped crater. It was right there.
Yeah, the crater that is made by the initial crash point that we were at is very much looks like a divot in the ground. It's really hard to explain unless you're there, but it definitely looks like something impacted the ground there.
Does it look like? Hang on, sorry guys. Does it look like something was removed from the area?
It doesn't look like it.
It looks like a big crater in the side of a mound of earth. I wouldn't know if I could say it looked like something had been removed from there, but that's hard to tell. Apparently, debris was moved from several places, many of which was over miles of a debris field that the saucers left. Or whatever the falling UFO was.
Have you guys talked to Stanton Freeman?
We have not had a chance to talk to Stanton Freeman on about anything. Have you guys?
I've talked to him once on the air.
Really? And did you get a chance?
I haven't asked him.
His take on.
I haven't asked him on this show yet, but both Darren and I have actually talked with him on other shows.
And let me ask you guys, what are your guys' take on Roswell specifically? Have you guys had a chance to dive into it, or have you kind of reached, an opinion or an understanding on it?
Well, I can tell you what I think.
That'd be great, man.
I think it was shot down by another alien species, and I think it crashed. And I think that they had one EBE that survived, and they treated it like hell, and it lived like 5 years, and they started the CIA, and they wanted to keep it from us because it would destroy our civilization, and they wanted, like you said, soft disclosure. That's what all these movies are, and what Kurt was just talking about, all the Hollywood stuff, I think is generated, from the CIA to start getting us used to it.
I would agree with you 100%. And as for granted as we seem to take the ideal symbology of aliens, the general alien head or, the general saucer sort of shape, I think a lot of people just take that for granted as general sort of pop culture sort of thing. But I believe it has, like you said, an origin and a purpose behind putting it out in the way that it's been put out. And I think that could indeed be a soft disclosure sort of move on their part. And, unfortunately, I think a lot of people do get it wrong and twisted because there tends to be a negative spin on the idea of extraterrestrial beings and entities They show it in the movies. They talk about it often. They even seem to talk about it anytime they do documentaries, and specifically on YouTube and Netflix and that sort of thing. That's what I'm saying.
I think the tall Nordic ones probably shot him down. You know what's the key for me is the Travis Walton story. He got picked up by the Greys, and then he woke up in a bigger ship that had the big, tall Nordic aliens.
Darren,
I think they protect us.
But Darren, haven't you seen that video where from the Skylab or whatever you call it, and there's an actual video of an energy beam coming from the Earth and hitting a UFO and taking one out.
I think if we have the technology, it was given to us by the other aliens.
No,
that are trying to protect us.
I think it was given to us from Nikola Tesla. I think he invented that. He was a genius, man. I don't know where he got his ideas from, but the man was incredible.
He was an alien.
Have you guys heard the most recent news on the Travis Walton story? I wanted to ask you about that.
No, is there something new?
From what I understood, and I could be wrong, just doing a little bit of research, that he had altered his story in a sense to say that the reason, and I don't know, if this is directly from his mouth, but from what I understand, that they abducted him to save him from some sort of medical condition that was life-threatening. Seems to have been the more new take on his story that I'd read recently. Have you guys heard anything about that at all?
Yeah.
I know that he's never been sick ever since then.
I know that
not even a cold.
He got injured by walking into that energy field, so they had to abduct him to fix him because he was dying after walking into that energy field. That's what I heard. I don't know. Did you guys probably? I don't know if you heard. We had Adam Ambrose on our show. Was it a couple weeks ago now? And he is a walking smoking gun. This guy.
Really, Adam Lambros?
Ambrose.
Ambrose, yeah.
Please do give me a summary. I want to know about this guy. What is so?
We can do better than that. We can give you his Twitter name, and you can chat with him yourselves.
Let's do it.
Well, we'll send you a link to that. But yeah,
You have an appointment?
Yes. Go ahead and DM that to us.
I mean, you could have him probably on one of your shows, talk to him or something.
We would love that. We're getting started here. And by the way, if we haven't given you guys a shout out and opportunity, just to say thanks for inviting us on the show. We're very new to this. We're very excited about it. We're very excited about the response we've been getting. And, we're just very grateful to be a part of this. So thank you guys for letting us just come on and chat with you about this stuff. I mean, we talk about it all day long. We talk shop all day long. So it's even better to do it with, like-minded individuals. So
yeah, well, I watched your videos and I saw you on Twitter. I checked it out and I thought these guys are funny. You got excellent personalities. So I thought, what the hell, let's have them on the show because I think this is gonna be a lot of fun talking to these guys. So there you go, man. And
great, thank you.
And yeah, if you need any help, sure that anyone from Monster Castle or a lot of my fans would be more than willing to help you guys out or be a guest on your shows or whatever too.
That is that's the biggest gift ever, man. That's fantastic. We're, like I said, we're just kind of taking our first step in here. And the one thing that we know that we can somewhat do to break things up a little bit is just to bring in a little bit of silliness. And it just so happens I have the most ridiculous brother to do so, and our dynamic seems to work. So
that's perfect.
We're like, you know what, if we can bring people in a different way, then we're going to do it. So thank you. We appreciate that.
How many videos have you guys made so far?
Well, we have 2 official videos for our first season, and that's part 1 and part 2 of our Roswell trip. But we also have several interviews with some, what we would say, UFO experts that we'd met at the UFO Museum and Research Center in Roswell. But there's a majority of the videos on our YouTube channel are basically just the audio of our podcasts. So we like to podcast, and we have lots of things to talk about and say. So our YouTube channel has lots of videos, but in terms of actual watchable fun content, I'd say we're about down to 2-3 episodes of that.
Well, that's cool, man. So your third part of the Roswell is not finished editing yet, or you have to go back out there?
No, we're there. We have the footage and everything. We're in the middle of editing it now, and we hope to have it out in a week, 2 at the latest. It's we're hoping to give people some kind of inspiration to look into this stuff themselves. How many times a day do you hear about Roswell? Do you hear about Area 51? I mean, especially if you're somebody like us that's actually interested in the subject and does the research. It's one thing to hear about it. It's another thing to travel to these places and truly see how bizarre they can be. How bizarre Area 51 really is, right, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
And how much the Roswell story has affected, the city of Roswell. And I don't know. It's just...
So, like, the people out there, are they still seeing a lot of sightings out there? And is it, like, common for them? Like, they just talk about it like it's nothing, or...
Most of the Bay Area.
I would say, in all of our adventures, the 2 places would actually be in Rachel, Nevada. Would be the top one of the people that we had spoken with, which is... right by Area 51. It's a very small place. I think 2.5 people live there. And
so what? One of them. Wait a minute. That's interesting. So the one person is like got which part of their body missing, the upper half or the lower half?
There's a tooth or two. There's not a whole lot of people that to interview in Rachel, Nevada, but the ones that you do interview, they do of course have stories about interesting objects in the sky, not behaving like anything known on Earth, sort of thing. You go into Roswell, the people that we've spoken with seem to be a little bit more jaded, I guess, in terms of the history that really brings the area. And any true Roswellian, I guess you would call them, would say that they're really not famous for UFOs, but they're famous for, what was it she said, gold.
Yeah.
That's what she told. So multiple people have told us different things about Roswell. So I don't think that they're really aware of how unique their little area is there, and what kind of inquiry it draws from around the world.
So they don't really embrace it like they could.
No,
They kind of do.
they totally embrace it. They don't, think it's dumb or anything. What I will say about people in Roswell is you can ask them anything. They're more than happy to tell you.
Pretty proud.
They're pretty proud of it's a beautiful place. If you like a lot of dirt, but it's open. There's lots of fields. It's beautiful. The people are very nice, and they're more than happy to tell you and give you some sort of direction as to where the historical Roswell crash happened. As a matter of fact, Joe and I got lost at the very end of the day. The sun was going down, and we stopped and asked a really nice guy on the county road, and he was able to give us specific exact instructions. So they're not shy to talk about their history, and I think they do embrace it for sure.
You don't think it's all just a bunch of hype for people to sell wee cheeky little UFOs at their stand, eh?
Oh, of course, if they're smart, they should absolutely be doing that.
Yeah.
You can buy a pair of bug-eyed sunglasses if you want.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to have something like that. Yeah. That'd be cool, man.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. You can't get can you get flying saucer rides there anywhere?
You know what? That is definitely a missed opportunity, man.
And the McDonald's
That is an
playground, you can.
unfunded opportunity, a UFO. That's definitely something they should be doing.
McDonald's has one.
And like Joe said, the only restaurant in the area that kind of speaks to the whole history of is McDonald's, where they had to get a special permit to rebuild the play center of the McDonald's so they could shape it
Like a spaceship.
like a spaceship.
Did they?
They did.
Did they?
It's very
my
cool.
Lord. That's so cool. I gotta go now.
They turned-
I gotta go see that.
They turned the Hamburglar into the spaceship.
That's so cool. I gotta go. I haven't been there in about 17 years, but I'll have to go back by. McDonald's have the PlayStation as a UFO. Wow.
Yo, yes, sir.
That's so you guys
But
weren't joking
still-
about that. That's cool, man. So
No, let me tell you, and we
get the kids used to it, man. So that way, when they're abducted, they won't be so scared.
exactly.
Right? Just get them
Is
used
that
to
on
it.
your video?
What's that?
Is it on your YouTube video?
Do we have any footage of that?
Of what specifically?
Inside McDonald's? Did they take any footage?
We did take footage, but you know what? It is not included in. Maybe we should put up a special on it.
Can you
But
put your
we
video
did.
on
I will tell you
Star
guys,
47?
there are two really cool little places in Roswell that's totally worth seeing, and they're like little shops, kind of centered around the International UFO Museum and Research Center. And for just a couple of bucks, you can go through a maze of fun scenes where they have different UFO dolls set up in funny different
Probe tables.
probe tables and situations where you can get pictures and take video. And if you watch the first episode of our Roswell excursion, you'll see a short little clip in there of Joe towards the end having a little bit of fun. And I'll tell you, it's definitely worth it.
Definitely
And,
worth the $2.
you know, I mean, because here's the thing: if your listeners are paying attention and they decide, hey, one day they want to go to Roswell, these things are easy to be missed. There's also a fantastic black light display that you can walk through and take pictures. So it's kind of fun. It's a blast, and we got lots of content, and we're gonna go back again someday, like I said before early, but we're gonna maybe bring something to do some actual digging. Maybe we'll bring like a tractor or like, I don't know, something with a big scoop. What do you think?
Sure.
Just sure.
I
We need to do
I
something.
think that you should bring Tiffany out there, and she'll call them out for you, and then you can get some real footage.
Word.
That is the type of footage we are looking
Yeah.
for.
Tiffany is a very gifted individual. She's in our chat room right now, actually. Yeah, she can.
Hi, Tiffany.
She sees a lot of things. She put it this way: she sees things that other people that go unnoticed to other people.
Well, Tiffany, I can't see you in the chat room right now, but if you would on Twitter, by the way, we're at UFO Bros TV.
And yes, Tiffany, I do have a reading lamp right next to me. And it would really freak me out if you told me what animal that there's a bunch of animals that are in a circle all around the base of my reading lamp.
Wolves.
She's reading me right now. She sees me. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, send the UFOs up my way. I want to see them. I want to get a picture. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you guys can call the show. The number, Jeff just posted it in the chat box. It is time for me to open the lines up. Gonna play a beautiful David Bowie song, and then we're gonna open the lines up. When we come back, we got more.
David Bowie.
Yeah, we got more with the UFO brothers, and Kurt Green is here as well. If anyone wants to ask him questions about Ezekiel or the stuff that he's noticed, you're welcome.
I have the answer.
Yeah,
I have the answer of Roswell where it can tie into Ezekiel. I'll tell you
Okay,
that.
let's save that for after this song. I'm just trying to find it back here. I got a really awesome. I got this set up so cool now. My studio it's getting easier for me to do things. Oh man, where did it go? Except that it didn't save the. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna search it over again. That's no problem.
You'll be all right. Figure it out. You know what? I live in a recording studio.
I got it.
I'll tell you about that later too.
Okay, so smoke 'em if you got 'em, and we will be right back. And this is Starman by David Bowie. All right.
Good song.
Here we go. All right. As soon as this is, yeah, okay. This should work? Yeah, here we go. Beautiful.
Yes. My legs hurt.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, that is all he said. Then the loud sound it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade. That wasn't no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Look out your window, I can see his light. If he can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or you'll get us locked up and fight. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a star.
Okay, we're coming back on the air, but I have to play this commercial from our sponsor. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening.
Wee-haw! Trolls are us, yeah!
Trolls are us. Do you have an internet troll problem? Well, we can help. Just search for trollsrus.com. We will send all kinds of trolls to the party that is trolling you. Just listen to our best customer.
Myself, when I was getting trolled hard by a group of trolls, and I said to myself, there's got to be some truth to what these guys are saying. It's got to be. And so it was at that time I started really replaying and listening to myself in the car, wherever I was. And I thought, I'm a pompous bitch.
Go to Trolls R Us today and take care of your problems in our snarky fashion.
Like 5 packs
That's
a day.
trollsrus.com.
Yeehaw! Trolls are us!
Great commercial, eh? Love it. Love that commercial.
Oh man, that's brilliant.
That makes me laugh every time.
I had to do it. This person was. It's a fake commercial, obviously. It's just a parody. That there is no real Trolls or Us. So, unless somebody wants to start something called Trolls or Us, there's an idea for you.
It's already hashed out for you.
Yeah.
There's an ad and everything ready to go.
And I already got it advertising. So when you start making money, then you can send me my what do you call that?
Site, or not, I know what you're saying. Your
publicity
royalty
shares or whatever you call it. Or, yeah, it would be.
I'm gonna go grab the domain name
Oh yeah.
before it's too late.
That's probably something you could do, Jeff. You could make money off that.
Trolls are us. With their best customer, a pompous bitch. No naming names here.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. Have no idea.
Oh Lord.
Adam, you there?
I am, yeah.
I can you talk more about what you just posted?
Sure.
If you don't mind. I don't know if that. By the way, I'm new to this guy, so if I'm totally screwing up protocol, let me know.
All right.
But I'm interested to know what you just kind of shared with me about.
Well, it's more of a joke, really. It reads, for the listeners, I think that the aliens in the spacecraft had technical difficulties and got manhandled into the Earth. The Nevada Earthlings got frisky with the aliens, and thus the half-human, quarter-dog, and quarter-octopus hybrids came.
Well, that explains the movie Arrival.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah.
That's a... never mind.
Okay. I was gonna ask. What were we doing? We said we were gonna do when we come back.
Yeah,
up.
we were going to do something, not forget.
Oh yeah, check out the video that Kurt posted on #47 Talk.
Oh, yeah. It's there.
Yeah. What is this of?
Oh, let me look again. I forget.
What did you post here?
I have no idea. But it's good.
It says footage, Israel, rock on the mountain.
Yes. Oh, the rock. Watch that. Now listen to it too. And that's from 3 different points. Watch it. Make it big screen.
It's playing music. Okay.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm
Joe.
turning the music up on it, or the sound up on it, so we can hear it while we're watching here.
be seeing of them.
Oh, that's freaky, man. It's kind of a lot like the video that. But I don't want to hear that music. I was hoping I could hear the people talking.
I didn't know
Holy
there was
shit,
music.
that's freaky, man.
I know, huh?
Oh man, giving up
That
the
landed on the
what are
top
the
of
rights to that?
dome
Ugh.
in Israel.
That thing just went and landed in the city there.
Boom. What is that? And all the people went, ah! In all their languages. Is that fake?
No. And that was whoa, did you see that? Something just shot back up again really fast.
Did you see it shoot up?
Yeah, man.
See?
Wow.
That's for real.
That's a great footage, Kurt.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, I'll put some applause for that one. I love that one. Here we go. All right. Yeah. Rock and roll. Yeah.
See that? Think of that.
Yeah, do that UFO man. Yeah, all right.
When you are saddened or worried about things, just watch that. Know that my Lord, that Ezekiel chapter 1, I bet, just in I'm telling you something, to land on the top of the gold dome and then shoot up like that.
Okay, I don't know what this is. What is that noise? That's not me. Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's not me. It's one of you guys. So,
Not me.
Anybody else got something they want everyone to see?
You guys have seen the UFO footage, Israel, the Rock Mount footage?
Yeah, he just showed that.
Oh, yeah, that's the one we just watched. Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure we're on the
Jerusalem.
same one. That was exactly what I was following, too.
Yeah,
Good.
Jerusalem.
I wanted to explain how Ezekiel chapter 1 and Roswell would. I can explain that maybe. So, when was it? 1947, right? When that happened?
That's correct. July of 1947.
Yeah. Okay, so in 1946 and beyond, they knew, the people going to church and reading the Bible knew of Ezekiel chapter 1, wheels in the sky. And maybe the only thing I think that maybe my Lord, he works in mysterious ways, we all know, maybe he allowed one of those wheels in the sky to wreck. And the angels, all their crazy looking selves, they died, but of course they go right back up to the Lord because they're angels of the Lord. But maybe he allowed one of them to wreck to see what man would do, knowing scripture about what they are angels of the Lord, and they were sending messages of warning and do this and Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, Allah, and allowed one to wreck in 47. Bible going people, and then are my children going to go by what the truth is, or are they going to go Jerry Springer? And I think we're on board. Bug-eyed people.
UFO Brothers, that's you
attacker,
guys' feed that's making some kind of a static. I'm not sure what's
Independence
going on
Day, big giant, gonna blow up, and so maybe Ezekiel chapter 1 allowed one to land to see how we would end up.
Kurt?
Yeah.
Kurt? Do you have your Bible nearby?
I have one right nearby, yeah.
Can you read that chapter real quick?
Really? I can.
Yes.
I'll just pull that up on Bible.
Okay.
Why?
Because I would like to hear it in your voice.
Nah.
I want it. It's not super long, is it?
It's a little bit long, but you could go to just Google Ezekiel chapter 1 play audio.
I'd rather hear you say it because I like your voice and how you say wheels in the sky.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, yeah, okay. We only have like 50 minutes left.
Okay, we'll do it
and
later.
it's-
Some other show.
Yeah, we could do it on.
I'll do it for you one day.
Yeah, but I don't want to take away from the guests' time with us because they probably want their. Actually, yeah, they probably want their last hour here. Like, they gotta still tell everybody how to get a hold of them, how to fund their adventures. I want these guys to succeed. I don't want them to find stuff. I want our fans to help them out.
But just think about
Oh man, that's awesome.
maybe Father God, he owns the universe. He blew, like we can blow bubbles. You ever know that we can blow bubbles and all the different shapes of bubbles, like different. My Lord, Father God, Son, Holy Ghost, Allah, Jupiter, boom. That's what, and so that's what I think about Ezekiel chapter 1. It's something much deeper than aliens and bug-eyed Hollywood monsters. There's something deeper there. It's written a long time ago. Always have that in your heart. Sear that truth in your heart. And next time you think about that.
Could I ask you, just in listening to you, are you saying that that the extraterrestrial biological entities could indeed be fallen angels? Is that where you were going with that?
Nah.
Okay. I was just wondering because Joe, have you heard about that whole?
He thinks they're good angels.
Yeah, they talk about fallen angels, some that are good or bad. Have you guys heard that sort of conspiracy behind the whole thing?
There is only one source that can have wheels in the sky. My Father God is not going to allow aliens from planet Jupiter or aliens over here with bug-eyed or whatever. My Lord God Almighty is not going to have little old disc flying around of all different kind of aliens going to come and eat you. There's one type of wheel in the sky, period, and that's from Ezekiel. All the other is fake. There's not aliens. You all talk about these alien creatures coming down. The wheels in the sky were not aliens. They were angels of the Lord. Period. There are no...
Right. I mean, you're totally
no,
right. Angels of the Lord.
From another planet or another solar system, another crazy-looking creature created 59 UFO and come down to hover over us. Nah, there are Ezekiel chapter 1 wheels in the sky and nothing else. All that other is fake, or all those people that think they got sucked up and probed, they were dreaming or drinking too
Oh
much.
man, you got to have a little bit more faith in that.
Nah,
You think Almighty God would
lot.
create only but one species?
Huh?
Oh, there's more than one. Come on, man. I've encountered.
Come on, you can't say yes.
I've
to
encountered.
one.
I've encountered. I don't know what they are, but they're definitely some sort of entity, and they're not human, and they take an energy
Those
form.
would be fallen angels, and that would be the third fallen angels. Yeah, there's a third fallen angels.
So do you think
All
that these,
cover-
Kurt? Do you think these fireball entities that I've encountered? Do you think they're fallen angels?
And what do? They hover around you, or what?
I've
Tell
had
me about
one come right through my house, right through the walls, My mother saw it as well, and it went right.
Being real truthful with me right
I am
now.
absolutely serious, man.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Okay,
tell me exactly what happened.
I used to have these recurring dreams of this fireball thing and chasing me in my dream, and I get a sore, upset stomach, and I'd wake up from it.
Dream.
Now that was a dream. Now this happened years after these dreams stopped. I felt this shaking in the walls, and I got this sick feeling in my stomach, and I didn't know what was going on, so I got up, I opened the door of my bedroom, and I noticed my mother was out.
Now.
I am being totally honest. Then my mother had opened. She had come out into the hallway as well because she sensed the same as me that there's something going on, and it was the middle of the night. And anyways, this fireball. It looked like a translucent sort of fireball. It floated in through the wall and went straight through the hallway and floated out the other side of the wall of the house. Yeah, and it was a big fireball.
And
what do you think that is?
What was was it a good feeling
No,
during that?
no. It made me sick. It made my stomach ill.
Smelled too, right?
I don't remember any smell. I just remember feeling. Actually, yeah. If there was any smell, it would have been like a rotten smell that made me sick. Yeah, I kind of remember.
Sick?
Yeah, my stomach was very upset afterwards.
Then afterwards, what did you do? Right after, Mom, what did you? Your mom was there too?
Well, yeah, we just looked at each other, and like we've seen weird things before, so we just kind of nodded our heads at each other and say, "Oh boy." Why are we seeing all this stuff and nobody else and yeah, she's like me. She notices things and sees things, and I don't know why these entities are revealing themselves to us, or I don't get it. I really don't know what they are. I can't tell you what it is. I could just tell you what I saw.
I know that I had my brother, he took his own life back in 97. Scotty Green, and they didn't know because he went off in the forest, so we didn't find him for days and days. But the night that he truly died, my mother, because we look back in hindsight, the night he probably passed, and not probably, sure, my mother woke up from the living room and looked down the hall, and there'd be an illuminating cross, just an illuminating cross down the hall, and where Scotty would sleep, right there. She had no idea at that time what that meant until like 5 days later. But there was that, just illuminating. Mom, no, you're kidding, Mom. No, that really didn't happen. Yeah, there was an illuminating cross down that hall. Woke me up, and I was like shocked. And then the next day after she woke up, she went outside to the front yard, and this little white dove landed on her shoulder too.
Wow.
And
I bet that was comforting for her after the fact.
Well, after the fact, but she had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am taking calls, by the way. Any they were just asking in the chat room. You can catch me at Wolfman Mike 47 in Skype, and I'll add you there, or you can phone from your terrestrial line to 775-990-8447. Sorry, Kurt. Go ahead.
No, I'll wrap up here. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I could cry like a baby all day. But
Yeah.
I love him.
You're not all cocktailed out though tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm all right. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in a little while.
You're way more entertaining when you're not so cocktailed. By the
I
way.
need to
Yes.
grow up a little bit and grow some ball. But so if all those, why would a fireball? Did you have any kind of issues during your life when a fireball come through your house? If my Lord should make a cross and a bird land on my mama's shoulder, If you have a fireball, what was going on in your life? Was there something, or do you love my Lord? Are you with Him? You agree?
Oh
Do you
yeah,
drive-
Kurt. I've done property exorcisms with members of the church. I'm there, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just Satan may be trying to scare you. They're third fallen angels around the earth. Don't fear.
Yeah,
Don't
trying to break
fear.
my faith. That's what I think it was, actually. I think that was a demon from hell that was trying to break my faith.
Don't ever let
and scare me. It was trying to scare me to take away my power.
And when, at least know, people that don't have anything happen like that, Satan don't worry about it. But when people are doing something good and positive toward truth and the Lord and lights and Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Allah, boy, he'll come at you. But you're read what is it? The truth calling of God. That scripture. I'll have to find that. But know that you have power over all that evil. You could have said, "Get thee behind me, Satan," in Jesus' name. That would have vanished out of your heart. Know your powers and the Father, Son, Holy Ghost give you. Make sure to know it's true. It's all true.
No, I don't know, but it was over pretty quick, so I don't know. What do you guys think, UFO brothers, of that crazy story of mine?
I wish I had an event like that of that magnitude to even talk about. Now,
be careful what you wish for.
Oh, I hope for it to be in a positive sort of encounter, so to speak. Now, I just listening to Kurt, Joe and I are trying to understand the connection with God and the extraterrestrials. As it were, is he suggesting that they're not extraterrestrial? Is that, Kurt, what you were suggesting?
Ezekiel chapter 1. You have to read Ezekiel chapter 1. They're angels of the Lord, wheels in the sky. You have to read it.
Are they in ships?
I'm sorry.
Are the wheels in the sky physical objects?
It says, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever so the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up and against them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. That's just passage 19 and 20 of Ezekiel chapter 1.
The wheels. That's a physical wheel.
Okay, I'm
4,000 years ago.
Can I just cut in here? I want to shout out to some of the people listening on Twitter. Deborah Maxfield, she was a guest on the show at one time. James Best, he is going to be a guest on the show.
I don't have your Twitter up.
We got Mr. C, and we got Brig. So shout out to all those folks. And the I don't know, there was a paranormal radio or something in my other speaker. I've never seen that person, so shout out to, I think it was Para Radio. I think I can't.
Brother, what's your Twitter, brother?
Anyways, thanks everybody, and all to my new followers, Eric and Tiff, Whisper. Who else we got? Lulabelle. We got Willie. Marcus. Okay, that's about it. I think I got everybody. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Okay, you guys. We got half hour left. How can people how can we help you to do more of your research?
Well, we've tried to make a good footing on social media, so we're pretty much anywhere at UFO Bros TV, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're also on Patreon, which is a really cool kind of new crowdfunding platform that we're, kind of experimenting with and giving it a go. And so basically, if you like the content that we're putting out and you're enjoying the type of videos and podcasts, you can become a patron and pledge. And that pledge can be anywhere between $1 to $5 a month. And along with those pledges, you get special perks. Like one of our really good followers, her name's Carla. We love her to death. She became a patron recently, and as part of the deal, we sent her a signed glossy picture, because I'll tell you, there's nothing better than a picture of us signed and mailed to your house. But we're having fun with it, and we're having some mild success. So if anybody wants to take a look and feels that they want to support our work, we're glad to take any and all patrons and followers we can get at this point. We're just trying to spread the word like you guys. So
Awesome. By the way, I posted an actual picture of myself and one of my paintings in hashtag 47Talk, because everyone was wondering what I looked like. So I posted a real picture of myself in there. If you want to
47.
Yeah,
I want to see.
It's down a little ways, but if you scroll down, you'll find it. I posted the actual way I look, except I'm a little heavier now. That was last year, and I have a goatee right now. And
Aren't we all a little heavier around this time of year?
Fat. What do you look like, brother from Canada?
And it looks like we got another follower here, Mama Elf. So shout out to Mama Elf. She's not a new follower. I've already been following her, but she's got a lot of followers. That's cool, Mama Elf. Wow. I wonder if she knows anything about elves. We got a show coming up about elves, actually.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going to do a Christmas special. I'm going to have my buddy John Madden back, who's a researcher on all things paranormal in the UK. And basically that's where he's very well rehearsed in the history behind Santa Claus and elves. So that's what we're going to do for one of our Christmas special shows. That'll be on the 23rd.
I don't see your picture.
I'll repost it if you want.
Please.
Real Wolfman Mike. There he is.
Yeah.
I see him.
Yeah, the Real Wolfman Mike, yeah.
What is he? Who does he look like?
I put in star 47 and looked, and there.
You gotta put hashtag 47Talk. Hashtag 47Talk.
Yeah.
You did that?
Are your lips pursed in this picture? They look a little pursed.
Pursed? What's that?
Just a little. I could see it's almost like you're about ready to go. Everybody have a good day right before you leave. Like you're just about to say something in this picture.
Yeah, I was just
what did you say in this picture? I'd like to know what you were saying.
I think I was actually working out with a karaoke DJ what song I was going to sing next.
See, I could tell. I knew it.
I
It was all
doing
singing
something
related.
wrong. I don't see a thing. Doggone.
Are you a singer?
Yeah. Yeah, I sing.
I love to sing too.
Right on. Well, I think I retweeted it, but I don't see it back there again.
Pound. It's the pound 47, right? 47
talk. Pound 47 talk. Yeah.
Pound 47 talk.
You were already in there. You were in there once, just a little while ago. So it's actually not very far down. You don't
see your picture. Pound 47 talk.
It's actually right. Okay, there's one of your posts. It's a YouTube video, and then there's a painting, one of my paintings, and then I'm right underneath that, Real Wolfman Mike. So it's right.
All right, we'll see you.
You'll find it.
You must be really. I need it. Never mind. See you.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Don't say it.
Yeah, we're hoping to have the Keebler elves on for sure. Yeah.
So I see I'm on pound 47 talk.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a fat police officer right now with a skinny. Can you see
Yeah,
that?
that's all I see.
See that too.
Do you see that? My lord. Now, is
I don't
it
see that.
above or below that?
What the heck is he looking at?
Yeah.
A fat police officer. I don't see anything.
I don't know why.
Can you see your own posts there where you UFO? You just went over Israel, like the footage over Israel. You just put that on there.
I'm at pound 47 talk.
Oh, okay, well,
I don't get it
You'll
either.
find it yet.
I'll find you. It wasn't meant for me to see what you look like anyway, so go on.
UFO Brothers. What are you
You
guys going to
probably-
do next? You going to go to Corona or
right
something?
now, let me tell you what I think you look like. You have dark hair. You're probably about 6'2", 180, handsome, probably has a wife and 2 kids, and works.
Keep going.
As works as a well, he knows computers well, so he may be a DJ on a radio somewhere in Canada. Plays 80s at 8s and mixes the songs. Is that about right?
Well, I do my own like recording and write my own original songs, but yeah, that's how I learned how to use a mixing board, and all this is just adapted from my musical skills. But I've always wanted to be a DJ, and
Me too.
that was a passion of mine since I was a kid. I always wanted to be the one on the radio playing the songs.
Me too. Me too.
And yeah, and then after frequent calls in to Art Bell and other people, and then Twitter fans of mine kind of pushed me into this and saying, "Hey, why don't you do your own show?" And I'm like, all right. And then one person from our group, from our hashtag DM Talk group, Amy Martin, she used to read the news for Art Bell. Well, she went ahead and started her own show called Amy on the Radio. And then that just inspired me more to go ahead and start my own show too, because she said, if I can do it, and if I can do it, you can do it, Mike. Go for it. But like at first, we were actually going to do something together. But her ideas and mine are so different. We needed to do separate shows because she's a total skeptic, and I'm more of a believer and a supporter of people that are experiencers. But we do have skeptics in our panel here.
That might be a good thing, though, to get a show with a skeptic and a believer, and that talk, the discussion that comes out of it, might have been or can be someday a good show. But when did you start? I started listening in '94. When did you start listening to him?
Oh, to Art Bell?
Yeah.
Probably around 96, I started noticing it. Around 96, 97. Like, when, when did he actually start? I don't really know.
I don't know.
Because I kind of remember hearing some of it in the 80s, like a show like that, late at night.
There may have been.
But I don't know if it was him or not. I kind of remember it
He
probably.
had a local show. But yeah, he started getting big around 93, 94.
Yeah.
Pauline, I worked at, I hope this isn't redundant. Pauline was the original, if you know Hyatt Phoenix with the spinning wheel on top, the restaurant, Pauline was the original switchboard operator. Lovely lady. And I was hired on in 93, and for graveyard shift, she worked graveyard shift. So we checked in like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I got all kind of cool people. And after everything done, we opened that door back to the back office, and Pauline have her AM radio going, and there that Art Bell was, and that's where I first heard him from Pauline, the original switchboard operator from Hyatt Regency Phoenix, and Jacqueline Kennedy had died.
I am watching the phone lines, by the way. If anyone else wants to call, now's your chance. It's getting close to the end of the show.
Sorry.
Well, that's all right, Kurt. Like I just wanted to, in case anyone else wants a chance. But if they're not taking a chance, I'm not gonna cut you off. Like you're welcome to stay on the air with us if no one else calls in. And even if they do call in, I'll most likely be able to just add the call along with you. What do you guys have? Anything else? UFO Brothers. Is there anybody that you know that has had a really drastic experience, or anyone that you've interviewed?
That's a good question. Pretty much anybody in the, I say, in our near surrounding has had some sort of, whether viewing or experience of some sort. I have yet to have any kind of earth-shattering or anything that has really motivated me in terms of their testimony, though. So it sometimes can be one of those things where
it's just pretty dull,
or misidentification, or can at times sound like just a recited story. So, we try to take them as they come. We've heard lots of things, and
have you been to a UFO Congress, or
say that one more time?
Well, the UFO Congress is in February. Are you guys thinking of going, or are you gonna go to any?
We want to absolutely go to the UFO Congress. Do you guys plan to be there?
Yeah, Jeff and I are going.
Awesome.
And we
are you guys going as vendors?
Might stop by and see Kurt.
Bring up Ezekiel chapter 1 when you go there.
And some cocktails.
Everybody have a cocktail.
Definitely, yeah. We're stopping by Kurt's for cocktails on the way.
That would be good. At the UFO conference, somebody get up on speech and say, hey, you know what? 4,000 years ago, blah, 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 blah.
You got to go there with them, Kurt. And I heard he makes a really wicked electric Dr. Pepper.
Eric's going too.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Pepper.
It'll be Jeff and Eric and me.
Dr. Pepper.
And the UFO Brothers.
And electric Dr. Peppers all night long, baby. Yeah.
I want to know what is in an electric Dr. Pepper. I've never heard of that.
Vodka, surely.
Vodka. That's the answer to our question.
No, there is actually there is a drink you can make, and I forget the ingredients, but you can look it up online. There is actually a bunch of there is a way of making something that tastes like Dr. Pepper using liqueurs as well. But the easy way is just take a Dr. Pepper and throw some vodka in it. Yeah,
but
that works too.
At the
sounds easy enough.
Conference, somebody need to make a speech about Ezekiel and get them all in place.
Yeah, that would be you. Kurt, that would be you, sir.
You could see the audience.
Kurt, you live there. Let's just show up.
Monster outfits, and then just say, now listen, you nuts. It's Ezekiel chapter 1. They're angels of the Lord. Y'all nuts. Now go home. Bye. No, I'm sorry.
Wheels.
Your voice is amazing.
It is. Made for radio. When you gotta have you on the show, and you have to read that whole thing, or maybe I could call you separately, because I want to get it like a.
Guys, listen to this.
Best of Kurt.
Lou LaBelle says that when Dr. Pepper first came out, They advertised drinking it hot too. Ew.
Oh,
Really?
It is. Burns your throat.
Oh, yeah, but that would get rid of all of the fizz out of it. It wouldn't be carbonated after you heated it up.
yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It'd be like
It's
flat.
probably different. It probably wasn't
Hot, flat Dr. Pepper. Did they have
No.
cocaine in there when it first came out? Like Coca-Cola had
That was
cocaine.
Coke.
Yeah, I know, but Pepsi did too. Some other ones did too. That Coke's just the most famous one, but a lot of soft drinks when they first came out had drugs in them. Yeah.
My grandma said, "Oh, I miss the old days of Coca-Cola. I don't know what's different back in the day. We little old Coke you drink, it just made you feel good all day." I'm like, "Mammy,
I want a Coca-Cola like that.
Yeah.
Like, great."
Man, if we could just go back in time, and have some of the stuff from the back then, and they made stuff from scratch, and they tried new things. But no, we're trying new things nowadays too. Like back then, I don't think anybody knew anything about ayahuasca.
What's that?
Ayahuasca? Whoa, ayahuasca's a mind-altering a stimulant used by the native Indians in South America. That
In their religious ceremonies.
I think is it the Mayan people that started that? I think it's the Mayans or
They all do it. Have you
Okay.
seen Going Travel?
yeah.
Every one of
Ones that
those
disappeared. Maybe
religions
that-
down there use some type of hallucinogen in their weekly.
Yeah, in order to talk to their ancestors, get information from the spirit world, and all that kind of stuff. And as a matter of fact, I saw the one show where the men get really messed up and start blabbering, and it's the women that try to decipher what's coming out of them and basically translate the messages. It's pretty cool. But a lot of people, that's like that DMT drug that derives from ayahuasca, and the DMT is already in our system, right, Jeff? Isn't that a natural body endorphin? Is calling Jeff. Is Jeff there?
Where is the doctor in?
I just know that all throughout history of man,
okay.
Yes, DMT is naturally found in your body, just like you have cannabinoid receptors that are in your body naturally. It's just that when you take some of these natural herbs, it kind of elevates these levels, and you experience what you experience.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. Just there's some people that
very
have some people that have a high level of alcohol in their blood, normally due to like a disease they're born with, and so anytime they get pulled over, they always blow over the alcohol limit, and they've never drank anything in their life.
Yeah.
all through life, all through history of mankind, there have been spirituality and all kind of different substances people take even today in Catholics. What do they drink? Wine. You drink wine up in church to get a little bit more in tune to Lord. And so if you couldn't do we wouldn't do wine in Baptist church. We'd do grape juice.
Hey, Wolfman?
Yeah. I was going to also mention that in the on hashtag 47 Talk, Wisteria Whisper has posted a picture of a dresser in her house with a bunch of orbs around it. It's a really cool pic if anyone wants to check that out. It is neat. And what was the other thing I was going to say? What were you going to ask me, Darren?
Actually, you know what I'd like to do is hear the end of Adam's story about the gold spaceships. He never said where they went or
okay.
how long they were in the sky.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right, let's hear the end of that. That's right. We never finished with that there. That's a great idea.
All right. Well, after the craft went over my head, it's kind of weird. It flew off roughly about 500 yards away.
Wow.
At about, it had to have been done. Did it at such a high velocity? It was about not even a second, actually. And then it just stopped. It basically defied the law of inertia. And then it took off vertically, right up into the sky.
Super, super fast?
Oh, yes.
Both of them?
Yeah.
And didn't you say that this was not the first time that you saw a similar craft when you were a kid?
Yeah, that's right. I've actually seen similar craft for a lot of my life, actually. The first one was, the first one was I believe that was the camping trip one, and then numerous times since then. I seen very similar craft with either the white and the yellow, kind of a glow to it, or just yellow. And then and actually quite recently, I once again saw a massive UFO right over my neighborhood here in Calgary. It was by far the largest UFO I've seen up close.
How big do you think it was?
Oh hell, it had to have been anywhere from 3 to 4 stadiums large around.
Adam, do you think they're coming to see you, or are they just in the area?
I would have to say they're probably checking up on me. Is the impression I get each time.
And that's exactly what they do. And that means that you have been abducted probably several thousand times throughout your life.
Yeah, and I do remember my parents actually saying that when I was younger, I was having these nightly episodes of screaming. Though I must have suppressed memories of it, but yeah.
Wow.
Hey, the UFO brothers, have you guys ever heard of the Mojave incident?
I have not. No.
Oh wow, you never. Okay, you're gonna have to check this out. Is in 1989, Tom and Elise Gifford. They drove their camper out into the New York mountains, the northeast corner of 1.6 million acre Mojave National Preserve in California. After parking for the night in the desert near the Tabletop Mountain and enjoying steaks around a campfire, things got weird. The sound of all wildlife ceased. And it goes on. Hundreds of glowing white objects traveled like falling stars down and across the black sky.
Subtle, graceful, beautiful in their way.
Yeah, their orbs were descending all around them, and there was thousands of them. It was like they were being invaded, and they were all rushing up to their camper. Apparently, this was really freaky. And if you hear the whole story, it gets really. There was 2 robot guard things that were talking telepathically to him, telling the guy not to take his gun out and stuff. The 3 different kinds of aliens. Some of them were really weird, and they were floating around in trees, and like it just looked they were dancing up in trees and bushes and hopping around like they were weightless. And some
Ezekiel chapter 1.
Yeah, these are really, really weird creatures, but yeah, these people they got scared.
Are they still alive?
Yeah,
we gotta get them on our show.
Actually, I've just looked it up earlier today. I was going to talk about this, but yeah, I got their names, and I am going to try to find them on Twitter or Facebook. I've been finding some famous people on Facebook, but they don't respond. I find I'll be lucky if I get a response. But I did send one to the guy from Australia, the school teacher that had the mass sighting there. I found his Facebook, and
That'd be cool if you could find out where they were, and then we could send the UFO brothers out there to check out the area.
Well, we'll be on it in a second.
Yeah, this is what I'm suggesting for you for one of your next adventures here, the Mojave Desert, and find out where this took place and maybe check that area out for some evidence.
Yeah.
That's definitely, I was, Joe and I were talking earlier when we were thinking about how the next thing we're going to do is take advice from people like y'all and look into deeper, more crashes or events within the U.S. and maybe plot a trip to actually visit each place and make that specific about our journey, because we've talked about going.
We can only do that journey if you become a patron.
Yes, if you're a patron, that will help us, of course, afford our journey to be able to actually physically go to these crash sites, talk to the people that were involved, and really narrow down like we were able to do in Roswell. And we want to do that at the top of the list, in addition to what you just brought up, is the Aurora, Texas crash of the late 1800s. And that's definitely one we are going to be hands-on soon, hopefully coming up on season 2 of UFO Bros TV.
Yeah, that's the one where they actually they have buried some bodies apparently, and
yes,
and they could still be there, but yeah, I heard that this government people were seen going there, drilled a hole down into the graves, and then filled some kind of a liquid in there, probably something to decay and destroy the bodies that were down in there.
I'm probably. I know that the Sci-Fi Channel, or was it on? I think it was Alien Chasers. I think it was Giorgio Tsoukalos. They went there and ran into some issues. I don't remember what the name of the show was. In Search of Aliens, I believe is what it was called. And they said something about going there to look for a specific headstone, and by the time they were able to actually get any kind of permission to survey the ground, etc., that the gravestone had been destroyed or moved, like literally overnight. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
Were they able to figure out where it was, or did they lose the sight of it?
I've been looking all over the internet, and there are people that say, here's the headstone. Some people say, I can't find the headstone. And I think the only way to really know is to go there. And there are some specific instructions on how to find the headstone or what had been a headstone.
Could you dig up the body for us?
Dude, you know what? Seriously, don't tell me shit like that, because that's what I want. You see, I want to do crazy shit like that. You see, Joe, on the other hand, is
that
always
would help your
remembering.
I
Joe,
got
on the other hand, is the one that's always remembering to put on our seat belts, and
couldn't you
we
guys
have
like
Panafixa-Flat, and we have
I have my checklist.
he
you
has
son of a
this
bitch.
checklist of safety
I got a great
precautions,
idea,
and,
man.
And I'm the idiot that would be like, "Hey, man, let's go dig up this body." So
Don't forget the shovel.
pressure me, man.
No, I got a great idea, guys. Like, get a cow costume, and then just kind of nonchalant,
I'm down. I'm down.
wander
That's
out
it.
there.
I
One
don't
in
care, I'll
each
do
end of the
anything.
cow costume,
Well, you
but you
certainly
got a
produce
shovel with
enough
you,
methane,
right?
So
Good, stupid.
Yeah,
The
just,
great alien exhume.
or
Yeah,
you know,
that would
like
be good
Yeah.
video. That would be good TV.
probably no one
You
would
get a-
even notice it if you were dressed like a Bigfoot or something, or a cow or a chupacabra or
Make a
something. You know?
sandwich.
that's actually a funny idea. I know we were able to get the camo dudes at Area 51. They gave us a little chuckle with a little demonstration we gave them at the back gate. So hopefully we can, continue making them chuckle. And
Could you
if I
imagine-
need to dress up as a cow, I'll do it. Whatever we need to do to not be shot, right, Joe?
Yo.
Right.
What would you do if you dug in there and you found a skull of an alien and just looking at each other holding it? Oh my
Shit
god!
yourself.
I would
Kiss it.
slowly, quietly pull it out, and we would just silently drive.
And hold it and love it forever and ever.
I'll hold it and hug it and kiss it like a little puppy dog.
We're gonna take it to bed, tell it some stories.
You know, the
maybe-
funny thing is, even if you had that skull, no, people still wouldn't believe you.
Right.
Yeah, skull.
It's just
Yeah,
like
they'd
that
say it was
baby alien
fake.
that they have. I mean, that's the
Oh,
fake.
the
It's fake.
Atacama, whatever thing, the Dr. Greer thing.
Yeah.
Did they ever figure out what that was?
Hell no. They took that thing is little, but it's got like perfect. When they've done the X-rays, it's got like more ribs and everything's weird about it. The skull's weird. Everything's weird.
Damn, we're running out of time, guys. 3 minutes left.
No way.
Oh, that was fun. And it's just starting. It always happens right near the end of the show when we start getting more of a exciting talk going on.
Well, that just means we get to do it again, and maybe next time we'll be able to jump into it quicker.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like every time when you come on the first time, it's a little bit sometimes awkward and we don't know where to go with the show. But then once we get used to our guests, then we can use the connection to make a even better show next time for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, I know, speaking for Joe and I, we've been tremendously excited to be on the show. And next time, though, we will be better prepared technologically because we're a little bare bones at the moment, but we're hoping to upgrade our sound capabilities. It sounds like you guys have got it somewhat together there, and we need to get at least to that point. So maybe in the next chat, there'll be less background traffic and we'll be a little clearer, but we do appreciate being on the show.
Yeah, and if you need any help with your sound, let me know. I can probably help you out. I had to do a lot of research to get where I'm at on this, and I've done pretty good on my own.
You got it, man, and I will absolutely take you up on that offer.
Okay.
I've got extra shovels.
Yeah, and I might be able to pull out a cow costume from my tickle trunk.
Does anybody have any high-speed internet I could use for just a day, maybe? Maybe.
Yeah, camel pricks. Low ass.
We happen to be in a place where I think our downstream is like 3 something per second gigabits.
Yeah,
per second.
mine is slow too, and I can tell you ways around that. But you have to use more than one computer.
Oh, dude, you're the guy to know, man. I think you're going to be our savior here. I think we're running into the things you ran into, and we'd certainly enjoy any input you got for us, for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
We definitely are students, so we'd be appreciative.
Yeah, I think I'll probably come back on for a while more with our after-hours show. It's called Dirty Rotten Taro. And we swear, and we're really nasty, and make fun of people, and I do humorous tarot card readings for people, which are very insulting but hilarious.
Actually, last night you were right on.
Yeah, and then sometimes I'll do one that I can't make fun of it, and it's like I got
Yeah.
it's real. Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like so much fun. But Joe has something. Oh God, what do they call it? Kids. That's what it is.
Yeah, those things.
You know what they call. I believe they ruin good times, and
Soul
so
suckers.
we may not be able to stay for that show, but we
Okay,
are.
well, okay, we got 47 seconds left. Say goodbye to everyone.
Thanks, guys, so much. Wolfman Mike, you're the best. We've had a great time. If you guys want to know anything more about us, one last chance at UFO Bros TV. That's Facebook, Instagram, etc. Twitter is at UF0 Bros TV, and Patreon /UFO Bros TV if you want to pledge and contribute to what we do. Thanks, guys, so much.
And,
Thank you.
And thanks, everyone, for coming on. I don't even have time to mention all the names because it's going to run out in 10 seconds here. So please visit our website and give us a small donation if you can afford it. We still need some more equipment to keep this show going for free.